It's us, the Chamutais.
Guess what? We're here to give you a short review of what we learned last week.
Last week, we learnt about David and Saul during the issue of bullying.
So, when King Saul was jealous, he tried to kill David. But when David heard that King Saul was trying to kill him, he ran away to the desert and King Saul followed him.
At night, when King Saul and his soldiers were sleeping, it was David's only chance to kill King Saul. But he decided not to revenge and forgive King Saul.
From last week's story, we learned that when someone bullies you, you should try to forgive them, pray for them, choose not to revenge, and talk to an adult.
Emmanuel, God with us.
So, today we'll be talking about how Solomon built a temple for God. If you could build God a house, how big do you think it would be?
Yeah, David was supposed to have been the one who built the house for God. But because he had so much blood on his hands because of all the war and the people that he killed, it was passed on to his son, Solomon. Cookie asked a very important question. And for a minute, maybe let's talk about it. Aria, if you could build a house for God, tell me about it. How would it be?
It would be very, very big.
Made of
It
gold.
would be made of gold. And it would have 1,000 bedrooms.
Piggie, if you could build a house for God.
It would be made of diamonds, and then it would have ponds, and then it would have a place so that me and my fellow pigs and my friend Monkey would go and talk to God.
Cookie, how would yours look?
I think just like Aria's, so big with like 1,000,000 rooms made of gold with doors that are the size of the earth. Just something really big.
Yeah, and nice. So Solomon wanted to build something perfect for God. When he talked about building for God, there's something important he said.
You know, Solomon acknowledged that no house would ever be good enough for God to live in.
Very true. Very, very true. But the Ark of the Covenant, which the Israelites had carried, was where?
It
was in a tent.
Can you imagine that? Like God's stuff was in a tent, and Solomon was living in a big, beautiful palace.
A palace?
Yeah,
Wow.
He was a king.
he was a king. Remember?
David saw that it wasn't fair that God was living in a tent.
And
he
they were
was
living in
a
palaces.
Yeah.
And God has made different homes for different people, yeah? Like for us, we live in, what do we live in, Aria?
A house.
A house. Piggy, where do you live?
A pigsty?
Where do the dogs live?
In
A
a
kennel.
kennel.
Awesome. Where do the cows live?
Eh?
A cow shelter. A shade.
Yes, a shade. And the birds, Piggy?
Nest?
Nest. Let's see. What else haven't I mentioned? The what do you call this? Oh, the crocodile. They live in the river. And the mice.
They live in your house.
I don't have mice in my house.
Okay.
Solomon wanted to do something really perfect for God. And when you read from the Bible, where were we reading, Cookie?
From 1 Chronicles chapter 22, verse 5 to 13, and 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 22 to 30.
I hope you got that because we want you to read it. And when you read it, it tells a story of the type of wood that he was able to get, you know, the cuts and drilling and all. And he cut the best wood. In fact, he got some of the wood from other countries because he wanted to just make a perfect house for God. Cookie, do you talk to God?
All the time. When I wake up in the morning, when I'm eating lunch, when I'm eating supper, when I'm just chilling, when I'm walking and I want something to happen. I pray to God. I talk to God like he's my best friend.
Wow. Aria, do you talk to God?
When I'm going to bed, when I wake up, lunchtime, dinner time, breakfast time.
Piggie, do you talk to God?
Yes. Before I eat, before I sleep, before I swim with my friends, and when I'm sick.
We can talk to God. Can you talk to God in a matatu?
Yeah.
You can? Can you talk to God in your car when you're going to school?
Yes.
Can you talk to God at break time in school? Solomon built something beautiful for God. We also need to do beautiful things for God. And some of the things God wants us to do are very simple things that He considers beautiful, that He finds nice, like obeying our parents, like doing what we are told to do, like praying and talking to Him. If you have a friend, wouldn't you like if they talked to you?
Yeah.
What would you feel, Cook, if you had a friend who didn't talk to you?
I'd feel so bad and I'd cry and I'd just feel.
Yeah, it feels bad. And God feels bad when we don't talk to Him,
Yeah.
when we don't do the things He's asking of us. And so there are little things. Ask your parents to discuss with you this week. What are some of the things that you can do that you think would make God happy? Now, it's about that time for the memory verse. It's time for shout out! Piggy, take it away.
So I'd like to shout out Sandra, Steric, Roku, Miles, and Layla.